Okay, in this video, I'll show you how to make a chroma design from a game trailer with 15 sample designs, and I'll walk you through start to finish for the design part of it. Okay, so we'll start from the chroma design guide, and the thing we're going to create is a set of 15 sample effects for various parts of the game trailer, and this will include keyboard, keypad, mouse, chroma link, headset, and mousepad animations. So 15 of these for a game. For this video, the game will be Amazing Frog. I've got a couple different MP4 game trailers for this game. So we'll do 15 sample effects. Okay, to start out with, we'll need the chroma design template. I'll open that, and basically it's all the HTML ready to just put in our 15 sample effects. We just name the different sections, and then there's a spot to add the chroma code to play the animations. So the first thing you want to do is download the chroma design template code to the same parent folder, and also the chroma common code. So I put mine in public, and so there's public chroma design template and chroma common. And here those are here. So here's our template file, and also the common code that makes the page work, also in the public folder. Okay, so that's good. We also need some videos, so there we go. Amazing Frog, video 1 and 2. I have 2 videos, just if there's not enough content to get all 15 sample effects, we should be good there. In the template folder, there's a couple scripts here. Install server will add the node modules to host this page, and I can go and run script start server, and that will run a little server so that I can browse the chroma design page in the browser. So it's a self-hosted, local hosted page. And here's all the placeholders. So I'll be putting little clips of the game trailer for the 15 sample effects, and then name each of the effects. And we'll go through the whole creating process. Okay, so we're good there. First thing to do is add the videos. Now I start with a scrolling text sample. I usually put the title video as the first one. So we'll do that now. Here's our game trailer. For slicing up the video, I use Camtasia. So I'll go ahead and open up the Camtasia editor. Here's a new Camtasia project. I'll go and import the media. And here's the Amazing Frog. I'll just use the first video here and drag it to the track. Okay, and first thing is I want to strip out the audio, so right click, separate audio, so we'll have a video track, and I don't need the audio track, so I'll just remove it. We'll create all the video clips from here. Okay, so back in the template folder, I'll just make a new folder for video, and that's where we're going to put the clips. And if we look at the template file, here we go. So it's expecting the videos to be in the video subfolder, and it's video 1 through 15. So we'll make those now. Okay, so go into the video folder and just copy this path, because I'll end up using it a lot. I want to make a bunch of 3-second video clips, 15 of them. Okay, so I'll scan the video, and I can use that as the title screen or this beginning. Yeah, I think I like this first one. Alright, so click on the track, S to split, and play for 3 seconds. Okay. Split again, and delete the sections I don't want. Okay, so we should get a nice title screen there. That'll work. Okay, so share the local file. When I make these clips, 720p is big enough. These are all going to show on the page, so we want to make it as light as possible. And video 1, and for whatever reason, I have to constantly paste in the folder and turn off organize. Whatever. These two settings aren't persistent. So anyways, finish. It'll export that little clip. And now if we go back to the page, if I control R to refresh, there we go. There's that clip right there. So 1 down, 14 to go. Okay, just undo, and now we'll just want to capture some various clips that look different. Okay, going in a... Yeah, that's pretty unique. Okay. Going in a closet, that might be hard to make an effect for, but riding a pig, that's pretty unique. Okay, so there we go. I'll grab the pig. Okay, so from that frame, okay, it's right there. So that's video 2. Okay, export that. Okay, looks good. And get the next clip. So the couch, renting a car. Okay, I'll grab this ring. Okay, so this will be video 3. Okay, running cycle here. That'll work. Video 4. Probably that car. Or the bus. Okay. A scooter. That'll work. Video 5. Okay. And I'll just zoom out a little bit. Okay. 10 to go. I might need that other clip after all. So, pig in the sky. Here's the car. Yeah, that'll work. Video 6. I could use this part. Okay, video 7. Could probably use the pool. Could probably show these tiles or something. Okay, so we're at video 8. Okay. That'll work. Video 9. It's a little too short to use. Falling off the couch, I don't know. The bus will work. So that'll be video 10. There's the blimps, I guess. Or zeppelins. Kind of have that clip already, though. Okay, pool reactor. That's a new one. Okay. Video 11. Split screen, I don't know. Trampolines are a big deal. Okay. Video 12. There's the zeppelins. I'll grab that. I can pan over one of those. Okay. Arcade cabinet. Yeah, that'll work. Video 14. Okay, that's good. And last, number 15. Is there something I can grab? I don't know. Okay, maybe another car one. It's pretty colorful. And jumping crates. That'll work. Okay. There we go. So number 15. Okay. Before I close that, let's just make sure there's 15. Okay, so those are our 15 video clips. And close down Camtasia. Okay, so for the next part, we'll create effects for each one of these video clips. Okay, so we'll start with number 1, scrolling text. Okay, so for the first scrolling text effect, I'll use Unity, and there's a text scene in here called Scene 13 Text, and by default it says Hello World, and we'll change this to be Amazing Frog. So I put a space between each letter. Two spaces between each word. But there we go, Amazing Frog. And move it over to 0. And I'll call it title keyboard. And I can start capturing and turn on the script, which will scroll over the keyboard, which you can see down here. Okay, and stop. And now we're done with capturing that. I'll just show this in Explorer and go into the assets, streaming assets, and there's the recording right there. So I'll copy that and go over to the design template. We need a new folder for animations and paste it. So that's the first one, and we're done with Unity. Okay, so now that we have a recorded animation, I want to display it in this effect. So I'll need to use the editor for that. So if I go to the design guide, there's a link here for the web version of the Chroma editor. If I open that, this is effect 1, and I can just copy the script for the Chroma design. So I'll select design, copy script, and now it's in the clipboard. I can go to my editor, and I'm using Atom.io here. You can use Visual Studio Code or Notepad, whatever you use to edit HTML files. If I go down to the Setup Chroma Effects section, I can paste the effect right into here. Okay, so the editor pre-generated a template that I can use to customize for each effect. And so if I collapse these, so it generated the template code for keyboard, mouse, mousepad, headset, chroma link, and this first one is keyboard. If we go to our animations folder right here, I had just copied the title keyboard animation, so I can put the name of that right here. Save that, and if I go back to our design and refresh, now I can see that text scroll by. Okay, so we can see the animation playing. I'll want to do something for the other devices, so we'll go back to the Chroma editor. So in the web version of the Chroma editor, I can use those video clips to record new animations. So I'll do that now. If I go to the base folder, I usually make a new window for the animation files and a window for the video. Okay, so we're going to save animations here, and I'm going to use these video clips to create animations. So if I drag and drop the first video clip to the drag and drop box, this works when you're on HTTPS. I can use this video clip to record animations. In this case, I can pause the clip and use the scrubber to pick a good time to record. Okay, so before I capture, I want to place these virtual devices. So I'll just stick them all in the center here. Or set the transparency. There we go. And now I can drag the video clip across and capture an animation. Okay, so working on the first effect here. Okay, so we already have an effect for the keyboard. For the other devices, it's not high enough resolution to be able to read this, but I can still get the color scheme. So I can either capture hitting the start and stop button, or I can hit the F2 on the keyboard to toggle that. And I'll just do something like this, where it'll alternate between green and purple, and F2. Okay, and I can download the sample. And we'll download this right to the animations folder. Okay, so that's the first effect. I'll unzip here. Okay, we won't actually use the keyboard one. We'll use the title keyboard for that. Okay, and back to the page. Here we go. If I refresh, first thing you notice here is the text is scrolling really fast. So to fix that, we can go into the page. Okay, and in this chroma effect, it's speeding things up by reducing the animation frames. So if we just get rid of one of these and save, it'll scroll a little bit slower. There we go, and that's decent. These other animations might be a little fast too, so I'll do the same for those. Okay, so for each, I'll just remove one of these, and this essentially halves the number of frames from the animation. Okay, refresh. Yeah, that's a little bit smoother. Okay, so we have the white text scrolling by. We can also customize the color. So to do that, we'll use the API. Go to the keyboard effect. Okay, so the first way to colorize this thing is we want to be able to set a couple colors. So I'll use a variable for the first color. We can use the Chroma Animation API. Okay, RGB. And we can do something like purple or magenta. And these colors can be set in the editor as well. And I'll show you that in a second. So we'll just pick green and purple for now, or green and magenta. And another call we can make is looping between these two colors. So Chroma Animation dot multiply target color variable frames base layer color 1 color 2. So this call will use a grayscale copy of the layer and loop from one color to the other. So it'll essentially set the whites to one color and the blacks to another color. Okay, if we go to the page here, now you can see the two colors. This is also interactive, so I can click on the keyboard and I can adjust these colors. So I can use the color picker to swap between colors. So maybe have a darker color, a darker background with a lighter text color. So that'll work, and as you use the color picker, it's automatically updating the code here, which I can copy and paste back over here. One thing I add to the scrolling text sample is I'll add hotkeys to show that you can specifically call out individual keys in the API. So to do that one, I'll color the WASD keys yellow. That'll work. Okay, so first we can do it per key or just use an array of keys. So here we go. Let keys equal an array. And we'll add a couple of keys. So keys, push, and we need RZ key underscore W for the W key. We'll do W, A, S, and D. And we'll need a color. Chroma Animation get RGB, and we'll go for yellow. And now to set those keys, so Chroma Animation, and we'll do set keys, color all frames. This is on the base layer. These are the keys we want to set, and this is the color we want to set. Save that. Okay, so there we go. Scrolling text, a background color, foreground color, and some hotkeys. And that one is good. Okay, now we can move on to the next effect. And you'll notice, so I had scrolling text here. That's just something I always do for the first one. We can fill in the text for each one of these effects. So the first one, go to the template. This will be pig. And you can see, there we go. It's set there. So, okay, next one is ring. Walking. Scooter. Car. Sign. Pool. The frog fart. The bus. Okay. That's the reactor. Trampoline. Those are the blimps. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, 14 arcade. And the car is jumping over crates. There we go. Focus on the crates. Okay. So now that we have names for the effects, we'll start making some effects for each one. Okay. Now the first one was more complicated because we used the API. For the rest of these, we probably won't need to do that. You can just record right from the video clips. Okay, so to do this, so back to the editor, we'll work on effect number 2. Back to the video clips, we can drag number 2 over to the spot. And now we can record the walking pig. Okay, so some things here. We can reduce the speed of the playback when we capture. We can adjust where the capture is coming from. I can use the transform tools to make the pig larger. We can rotate the pig. Okay, and to be able to tell that's a pig, it might be easier to tell from the side, which is that first frame here. We could maybe like pan across it. So panning is a way that your eyes can visually tell what's going on in the keyboard. Because it's low resolution, it just makes it easier to tell what you're looking at. Let's scale this up. And maybe the contrast of the street and the pig is good enough to see the silhouette of the pig, maybe. Here, I'll show you the keyboard of what we're looking at. Okay, so here's the pig on the keyboard. And yeah, you can pretty much see it's a pig. So, okay, so I could like pan around the outside of the pig like this, maybe show the feet and the head, something like that. Just counterclockwise around it and record that. Okay, so that works. Yeah, we'll turn these back on. Okay, so this will be effect number 2. And I'll just do a panning effect this time. Okay, so wherever we start, we want to finish so that the animation will loop nice on the design page. Here we go. I can use the circle of the chroma link to center on its head there. Okay, I think I'll start right here. Okay, so F2 to start capturing, and I'll just pan across the pig. Get that tail, get the feet, and back to the head, and F2. Okay, now we can just download this animation and save it. Okay, we're done with the zip files once we extract them. And delete that. Let's see how it looks. Switch to the page. Okay, so we unpacked the animation, but we also need the script to play it back. So we'll go back here, and for design, copy script, and we'll put that into the page. So at the end of the file, right after the first effect, we'll paste in the second effect, and this will automatically play all of those animations with the reduced frames in there. Okay, and refresh. So there's the pig right there. Oh, that's not bad. You can totally tell it's a pig. And it recorded it for all the devices, and the speed is great. The speed works just fine. Now, if it was recording a little too slow or playing back slow, I could have always gone in and duplicated another reduced frames to speed it up, but that'll work just fine. Okay, on to the next effect. So this will be the ring effect. Number 3, back to video, and drag and drop the video. Set the playback speed all the way up. Okay, so it's a little clip of the ring. I don't necessarily need to show the animation this time again, so I'll just pause it, and we could do something like just pan the outside of the ring. Yeah, let's adjust that. Just look at the keyboard for a second. I think the scale that it's at right now will work just fine. Okay, when I'm panning, I think I should just make sure that the red line maps up or matches up with the function keys. And yeah, that'll work great. Okay, just to make sure I do it right, I think I'll start on the bottom left corner. And again, okay, this will be effect 3. And F2 to start recording. I'll just follow the ring and then go back to the initial starting position. Right there. Okay, sure. Download that. Save it in the animations. And extract that. And we're done with the zip file. Okay, and see what we get. Oh, again, gotta copy the script. So copy script, switch to our editor, go to the end, and paste that in. Save it, refresh. Oh, not that one, this one. Refresh. So you can kind of see it's panning around the ring there. That'll work, but I didn't capture for the other devices. So I'll do that one more time. Yeah. And I refreshed, of course, so we need that third video. I didn't scale or anything. Paused it. Start in the left corner. Turn everything back on. Okay. Here we go. Put it right there. Right. Okay. F2 to record. follow the path of the ropes. And right about there. Okay, and I can name this afterwards. It's fine. But it remembers the name. So that's good. Alright, Effect 3, download, this time with all the animations in there. Okay, unzip, extract, and replace it all. Okay, we're good there. And refresh. Yeah, not as good as the first time I did it, I don't think. Maybe one more time. This time I'll pay attention to the keyboard. Okay, so we'll start it off right there. Okay, just end up in the same spot when I'm done. F2 to record and just follow the ropes. Just end up in the same spot when I'm done. Right there. Okay, download that. Oh, well, I did that. That's fine now. We're actually done with the video clips, so I'll close that. Okay, and for whatever reason, I got another file here. So replace the files, and we're done with that. Okay, let's see this now. Okay, that's a little bit better. It's following the ropes better. Okay, call it good there. On to number 4. So this is the walking cycle. Number 4. Okay, increase this. Before I forget, copy the script. And that goes here. Save that. And now we can record this running guy. So I can scale the keyboard, but I'd rather scale the canvas. There we go. So S to scale, or I can scale over here. And I can transform here, or transform just clicking on there. Okay. So something like this. I can use some of the auto capture tools here. So like when I hit this reset button, it resets the timeline, and it also starts capture. And if I click this toggle, it will automatically stop capture when it hits the end. And we can set a different beginning and end by just using this time slider scrubber thing. And I can say start here and end here. There we go. And if I unpause, it'll keep looping between these two times. It's a little hard to see because we've got dark on gray. Let's see what we're getting here. So there's not a lot of contrast in these colors. but that's not terrible. You can also scale it up. And just keep scaling up to make these lines thicker. Yeah, do something like that. Okay, so I can use these auto mechanisms to, also we can slow down the playback speed so it's not so choppy. Okay, maybe 10% is a little too slow, but 30% would probably be okay. Okay, and I'll just reset these times. In this case, the full walk cycle there looks fine. Okay, effect number 4. Go ahead and reset. It'll auto capture that whole thing with the right start and stop times. And we got 118 frames. That should be decent. Okay. Just double click the animations. Yes, this is number 4. Download. Okay. And unzip the effect. Okay, we're good there. Done with the zip file. Our script, we already have effect 4 in there. And now we can refresh the design page. Well, there we go. A running, walking frog cycle. I call this walk, but you know, it could be run just as well. Run. Okay, yeah. Go with that. Later on, we can refine it by using the same API that we used here, which was looping between the 2 different colors. You can always use that to add more contrast to what's happening here. And all right, I'm compelled to do this, so let's just try. Go over here and click to reload it. There we go. And now we can use the color pickers to get these contrasted. All right, so let's go with green feet. You can just play with the colors until you get a good contrast. Okay, I think I'm still working on the frog legs here. And visually just experiment with it until you get what you want. There we go. Okay, so those are using the visual tools, and then we just copy and paste this into our sample script. So if we go back to the template, so everything's consistently the same color, we can just paste this right into each of the effects for each device. There we go. And refresh. Okay, so now we have some green legs and a greenish background. Sure. Onto the number 5 scooter. Okay, so for number 5, I'm going to copy the script and add it to the end. Save that. Go to our video, and this is number 5. Okay, this will be the scooter. Okay, I'll switch it to fast speed. Can you tell that's a scooter when it's small size? Probably not, but we can scale it up. This might be a case where I pause it and just record it when it's in the sunlight, so there's enough contrast. Could do something like that. Yeah, that might work. Could make it a little bit bigger too. S for scale, T for transform. A little bit bigger. Okay, so that'll be the animation right there. Okay, so we're effect number 5. And right there. Okay, so F2 to capture, and I'll just pan over the scooter. And then pan back down, back to the same spot. F2. Alright, so 300 frames. And with all those reduced frames, so it's like 150, 75 total. That's good. Download. Save that. All the devices are on for recording. And extract number 5. Okay, we're done with the zip file. Take a look at the design, refresh. And look at that, we've got a scooter scrolling by, and you can really see there's enough contrast here. You can tell that's a frog as it scrolls by. Okay, well, I guess that's good for that one. Alright, on to the car, number 6. So here we go. Plus for number 6, and back to the video clips. Here's number 6. That might be good right there as is. Okay, well, we want to copy the script and put it into our template here. Save that. And then I'll just hit reset. It'll auto capture all those frames. And stop at the end. 76 frames. We're good to go. Download. Save it. Unzip it. And we're done with the zip file. Back to the design, refresh. Can close this. Okay, so here's a case where that's a little fast. Now I can mess with the reduce frames, or I can just slow down the playback speed to 50% and record it again. This will add more frame data. Okay, so this time 150 frames. Go and download that, save it, unzip it again, extract here, replace everything, and I'm using 7-zip. You can use WinRAR or command line if you want when you extract zip files, or the built-in Windows extractor. I just like 7-zip because it feels faster. Okay, there we go. Now I could slow that down, but I think you also want somewhat quick animations, and I think that's long enough. So let's go on to number 7, this sign. Okay, plus number 7, and we want the script. Switch over to the template, paste it in, there we go, number 7, and go to the video clips, number 7. This is probably a case where we can just pause it, use the scrubber, yeah, definitely scale it so we can read it. I mean, you can read that pretty well when it's scrolling. One thing that helps here is it's super contrasty, so these yellow light bulbs and the drop shadow and the contrast just makes this way readable. So that's great. I could just do something like that for the animation. Call it good. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Everything's good. We're on number 7. I can just hit F2 and do this kind of motion, and we're done. Okay, so right there. Alright, 3, 2, 1. I was going to do it fast, but it's fine. Get the arrow in there too, and the door, why not? And the frog. Alright, let's go crazy. F2. Okay, and download that. Okay, number 7. Extract. We're done with the zip file. Let's just see what it looks like for number 7. This one, yeah, I can read that. This one in this way. I probably should have just stopped with this way. Forget the arrow. This one in this way, arrow, frog, door. Yeah, that's kind of long. I mean, it's fine, but I'll just go with my original plan. Ooh. I could do that. Okay, that way it loops better without like snapping around. I'll start with it over here. Here we go. So Swindon. This way. There we go. That way it's got a wall where it starts and stops. There's the effect. It's 185 frames. Swindon. this way, Swinning this way, Swinning this. Alright, good. Okay, now this next one I was thinking pool tiles, so let's go to number 8, copy the script, switch over to the template, save it, and number 8 video. I could have all the falling frogs. I don't think they need to be moving. I can pause it right there. Okay, so first thing you see, it's like, that's kind of hard to make out, so let's scale it up. And keep scaling until we can see a pattern. Yeah, that looks good. Now we can see these frog guys. There's a lot of contrast here, so maybe something like that. So it starts with the yellow, goes to the blue tile, green tile, and I'll show you one thing we could use the API for. So instead of like panning and then trying to get back to the original spot, we can just call it duplicate mirror frames and record it once, and it'll just repeat itself backwards. And then I don't have to pan and record doing the same thing. Alright, so I'll show you how that works. Okay, so here we go. I'll start here. F2 to record and just kind of pan down to the green pattern and F2. Okay, and to loop, by default right now it would just like get to the green tile and immediately go to the yellow tile. But if we wanted to oscillate back and forth, we can use the API. So I'll download this. Okay. And we're done with number 7. Here's number 8, 7-zip extract. Okay, good. And we're done with the zip file. Alright, let's see how that looks right now. Okay, so it goes to the green tile, goes to the green tile, and then loops. See, it's not a smooth transition. So we can fix that with the API. Okay, so after reduced frames, we can call duplicate mirror frames. Base layer. Okay. And it was running a little fast. We can get rid of one of these reduced frames. Okay, and I'll just put this in for each device. And hopefully I spelled everything right. Duplicate mirror frames. Yeah. It just takes the base layer. Okay. Let's see if it's right. So it'll pan slower and then it should loop. Gets to the tile floor and reverses. And then plays forward and reverses. That's what I was going for. And that one is good. Alright, so this one is special. Now, here, let's see why. First, this number 9, copy the script. And it goes to at the end. Okay, let's grab the new video. Now, I saw this, here, I'll make this transparent. I saw this and it's like, wow, that's not a lot of contrast. If you played the game, you know what's going on here, but how do you represent what's going on visually? It's gonna be hard to see on the keyboard. And I think here I'll use YouTube as my source. I've been using video, but now I want to use the camera. Okay, so for camera, it'll show your different camera sources. In this case, I want to be the OBS virtual camera. And we want this because I want to find a better animation on YouTube and just record right from YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to need OBS. Okay, so here's OBS. And I have a display capture element, and it will display whatever I have on the screen in the virtual camera as soon as I say start virtual camera. Okay. And the editor here, okay, you can see right away it's flipped because the text is backwards. So I can just turn off camera flip, and there we go. Okay. We have a blank screen. I'll need YouTube, so I'll just do this off screen until I find something decent. So I was thinking of, I don't know, something that always works is like fireworks. Like green fireworks. Right there. Actually, that's pretty much what I was going for the effect we're trying to capture. So I'll set it to 35 seconds. That'll give me a little bit of time to line things up. I can also scale this and transform. That's kind of the center of the explosion there. Okay, one more time. 38. F2. Yes, that's what I wanted. And F2. So 80 frames of that firework explosion is what I was going for. And I'll just download this. So this is effect number 9. Yeah. Download. And extract here. Okay, let's look at the design. That's what I was going for. Okay, so playback is a little fast. I'll just get rid of one of these reduce frames. Maybe even both. Okay, and back to the design, refresh, and fades to black. See, look at that, fades to black. Okay, so here's how that works. Reduce frames controls the speed, but fade in frames, I give it the name of the layer, and the last 15, it will fade from whatever color it is to black. And we'll just copy this for the other animations so they all match. Okay, refresh. And they all fade at the same time, see? They're all synchronized. Okay, so I think that's good. We're on to number 10, bus. So I need the copy script. Paste that at the end, save it. And time for the new video. Scale's probably fine. Might do this paused. Pause when it's at the about there. Something like that. Okay. Got to get the driver in there and then kind of finish there. That'll work. Number 10. Here we go. So this will be a panning one. F2 to capture. And stop right there. Okay. Download. And we're done with the number 9 zip. Extract number 10. Okay. And see how it looks. Well, that looks like a bus. Okay, so if I wanted to, I could have probably copied this as an image and kind of painted some street around it so it would transition from bus, so it went from gray to gray. But that's probably fine for now. Okay, I'll call it good. On to the next one. The reactor. Oh. Okay. Number 11, copy the script. Okay, save that. And need the video. Maybe do that. And then we can do the duplicate mirror frames thing. Okay. Maybe that'll work. So we'll start there. It'll go to the end, and then we'll use the API to duplicate it. And let's just unpause it. Maybe slow it down a little, so it's a longer animation. It's a little too slow. 30% is probably good. Okay, so let's turn these two things back on and just reset and use that for a capture. Okay, so 64 frames doubled. Yeah, that should be a good size. Usually aim for 100 or so. 30 for like a quick melee type attack, but okay, that's good. So download. Yep. And extract. Okay, done with number 11. We don't need the zip, and we can see how it looks before we loop it, or duplicate it, mirror it, that thing. Okay, so yeah, it works. Okay. Let's go back to the code. And we did this before. Duplicate, yep. Duplicate mirror frames and copy and paste so there's no mistakes. And we'll do this for the full set of devices. And keyboard. Save it, refresh. So now we zoom into the reactor and then back to the control panel. Yeah, see? It's fluid. That works. Okay, it's trampoline time. Number 12. 12, copy the script. It's probably going to be the same thing, so, and we'll see. Number 12, video. And clear these resets. And pause it. Land on the trampoline and I can loop it. And pause it. Oh, there we go. Use the right time control. Okay. I'll set that as the end. Let's see what that looks like. And we just do the mirror thing again. That's probably fine right there. Okay. Reset to do the capture for that time. 43 doubled 86. Yeah, that'll be fine. Download. Here's the animations. Extract. Done with the zip. Okay. And I pretty much know it's going to be this again. So duplicate mirror frames for each device so that it hits the trampoline and then goes back in the air again. And there we go. Save that. Let's see how it looks. Refresh. Okay. And it's too fast, so let's slow it down. Don't need to reduce frames. I could have also just recorded it with a slower playback speed. Oh my gosh, the indenting. Alright. And that's good, that's 11. Okay, so keyboard. Yep, looks good. Okay. Refresh. Even got the pig in there. That works, right? You can tell it's a trampoline. All the devices are synced. Okay. Blimps, number 13. Here we go. Plus, copy the script. Paste it at the end. Okay, and video clip. Here's another pause. Just scrub where there's good contrast. Just want to scale it big enough that I have blue all the way across the keyboard. Yeah, there. Like that. F2 to capture, and then I'll just pan the blimp going by. Make sure that I get the tail. Back to blue, F2. 300 frames. That should be good. Download. Save it. Extract 13. Done with the zip file. And see how it looks. There's the blimp going by. Could do contrast things. I could do a fade and then add blue. so that the colors match. But for now, that's the basic idea. It's one of those contrast issues. We got like a dark blimp with a dark background. But it might look fine on the hardware, because you're looking at a light bulb, it wouldn't be as dark. Okay, we're good there. Number 14, arcade. Plus 14, copy the script. Paste it, save it. Okay. Let's look at the video. Probably just pan those guys. The colors aren't really high contrast here. Let's scale up. That wasn't too bad. Oh, let's reset the time. Did he get a light bulb? Oh. Well, that's interesting. Maybe keep the light bulb and do some panning like this. Oh, this one looks good too. So this one has a lot of... Oh, there's the sign. Is that the arcade sign? This is at the end or the beginning? That's at the end. We started here. Oh, the back side and then the front side. Gotcha. So we've got an arcade with green and purple. Green next to green. This is green and red. Dartboard. Liking the one on the... Okay, it's between these two, but this has a light bulb. Oh my god. Okay, go bigger. Can we tell that that's a frog? I mean, look how dark that is. Even with the light bulb. It's a blimp game. Get blimp. Could bounce around the surface of that. Okay, and over here. I just like the colors better. Okay, scale it down slightly. Yeah, something like that. I think I'll start on the bottom. Okay, here we go. F2 to capture. And just kind of pan it up. And pan back down. F2. Alright, yeah. Call it good. Download. Save. And extract. And we're done with the zip file. Okay, let's see how it looks. I could slow it down a little bit, but it might just be fine. Because it moves faster, you can kind of tell what it is too. Okay, we'll call it good for now. You can always iterate on these designs later. Just gives an idea of like, oh yeah, a trampoline or a reactor or a blimp or, you know, or the bus. Okay, crates. So, increment. So now we're on 15. Copy the script, and it goes at the end of the script here. And that'll be all of the scripts. So For the template, these are all the text and video settings for what shows up in the Chroma design. There's various includes for scripts. And then the script part where all these effects go into this set up all Chroma effects. From here to the end is where we copied and pasted all the Chroma design code. And there we go. So, okay, so back to 15. We're on 15, we need the videos. And this will be the crates one. Okay, for this one, probably panning again. I'll just pause it, and right there, we can kind of see the car, and all the crates are pretty colorful. S to scale it up. T to transform. You could probably just do that. And end on green, start on green kind of thing. Yeah, right there. Okay. So, right there. F2 to start capturing, and there we go. We'll scroll by all the crates. And then pan over here to the green. F2. And download it. Okay, here's 15. Extract. And we're done with the zip file. And we can see what it looks like. And you can see exactly what that is. All right. Okay, so good. All right, so we have 15 sample effects in a Chroma design. That's what we're going for, just so a developer can see, oh yeah, here's my game. Here's what effects could look like. They've got the samples they can download right from here. So the same animations that power this page run on a web page. They also work in game engines, and you can, through the API, you can customize these or use the tools to record new ones. It just gives you a starting point for how you're going to design things. Let's go back to the Chroma design guide, and here's where you'll find all the different plugins for the various engines you're using. And in the next video, I'll cover how to take these animations from the Chroma design and actually put them inside of a game. Alright, so there you go. 15 sample effects. And we started from a game trailer and created sample effects from that game trailer. And thanks for watching.